Today is my uncle's birthday. He is 89 years old, and I love him for many reasons. And he and his wife, my Aunt Toby, were and are still play a big role in our family's life. They're the couple that people would go visit on the weekends. They are the couple that would go dancing, you know. Um, they are the couple that were fun, that was fun to be around. They were the couple that lasted forever. Um, my aunt she's deceased now. She passed away several years ago, and it it makes me sad, but they were together for a very long time. And during that time, as a couple, they touched so many lives. And again, Tia Toby was my dad's blood aunt, like his actual family. And then you have Tio Tirsos, who married her. Well, this man is still alive, and he probably doesn't even know that his life and how he lived his life is still affecting other people's lives. You know, I'm not his daughter. I'm not his granddaughter, his great granddaughter. I'm his great niece. You know, but the way he lived his life, um, they stayed happily married. They lived in the same house for all of their life. All for what I know for a very long time. And that was home to a lot of people, and it was kind of like a revolving door. But the fact that they had that and he allowed that, that is just awesome. And from that, from knowing that, it's like I've tried to cultivate a lot of um their, I don't want to say beliefs, but I've taken a lot of what they've done and I've tried to cultivate that and turn it into something that me and my husband can do. I'm trying to shadow their life, not everything, of course, but there's a saying out there like people aren't going to remember what you give them or what they had, but they're going to remember you by the way you made them feel and what you've done for them. And so I've kind of, that's what I want. I want my nieces and nephews to know, hey, you know, um, I know that I can go to Buddha and Uncle Daniel, and it feels awesome when they do come to us. And maybe it sounds weird because I'm actually trying to implement these. How do I say it? I'm trying to make these things happen when I'm pretty sure my uncle, when it was happening, it just came naturally to him. You he already had his family. He had like 3 kids. He had 4 kids, and he welcomed more people into their home. He worked. He retired and worked from this Imperial Sugar refinery. I'm not sure how long he worked there. I Ever since I was born, I know that he worked there, and he probably retired when I was like in my 20s, or like barely turned 20, so maybe 19. So I know he worked there for at least 19 years, and I'm pretty sure he worked there from the 50s because I remember my dad telling me that their house was like brand new and was like sparkly and shiny and all that. But anyway, the way he lived his life, again, probably just came natural. People need help, he did it. And again, I wasn't there. There was probably some kind of discussion, but the fact that the man just opened his house and helped people, it's like he probably still doesn't know how grateful these people are because he's 89, you know. The people that he helped, they're way into their 70s already, you know. And then here I am, um, you know, the child of a person that he helped, and I'm still grateful, you know. Um, and through that, through, you know, through that, and through everything, every time I would go over there, it was always open arms and hugs and kisses and food. Let's say it, food. Um, that was like instilled into my head, like, oh, Sugarland, Sugarland meant love. Sugarland meant food. Sugarland meant a little bit of country, you know. Sugarland meant, you know, a long car ride, which really isn't. But when I was little, it seemed very far away. But yeah, it is very, I bet you he does not even know how he has affected our lives. And see, because he was like this, just like a helpful person, and made you feel welcome and made you feel um, happy, you know, and he touched so many lives through Tio. I still can't say his name. Tio. He was just Tio. And well, anyway, it's Tirso. Okay, Tio Tirso. I can't really say that right. But anyway, through him generating this love and happiness and um, just this positive feeling. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't with them 24 hours. I'm pretty sure we got on his nerves and they were happy when when we went home. But whenever we were there, we were greeted with so much love. Okay? So anyway, it is his his love, and his generosity, and his zest for life, I guess you could say. His his who he is has trickled down. It's like as if he was like the water, okay? And it has trickled down through the dirt, into the soil, into the rocks. And what he has planted, what he has, I don't know where I'm going with this. What he started through that has more or less trickled down into who I am. And luckily, I found a husband who, appreciates a lot of the same things that I do, the same morals. We're like so different, first of all. Daniel, he's changed over time, but me and Daniel are just like so different. And actually, when I first knew this is the man that I'm gonna marry, my mom and dad picked me up at his parents' house along with Daniel, and we went to Sugarland so that he could meet my aunt and my uncle because they just mean so much to me. And it's hard it's it's hard to just express how I feel because it's it really is like he planted a seed that he didn't even know, and it's grown, you know? It's just really grown. I don't have any kids right now, but I hope that one of my nieces and nephews who I've talked to, bothered, okay? Yes, the other day my nephew told me that what was the word he used? Nagged him. I hope, at least one of the nieces and nephews that I have nagged over the years have picked up some of this, has one little inkling of this feeling of this zest for life, of this wanting to actually help people and wanting to, well, everybody wants the best for everybody, but I really do think it's something that started with them, started with the Rodriguez, okay, and has trickled down, and here I am, Menace, it's like two generations already, okay, and again, they were not my grandparents, they were not even my first aunt and uncle, okay, they are my godparents, and they were my great aunt and my great uncle, but again, the seed that they planted has grown and has branched out so many ways. That's a better terminology rather than water trickling down. Anyway, the feeling that you get when you just know, when there's just pure love there. Like if I tell my sister, Tia Toby, Tio Tirsos, the only thing that comes to mind is love. Love. Mimi mole. Maybe mole. Maybe some barbecuing in the backyard. Maybe dancing, but it's love. And I love Zest for Life and the way they made you feel. They made you feel welcome. He's 89 years old today, and I'm pretty sure he's still doing that. That's it. Again, it's August 18th, 2013.